So what's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Simple Invest Zone. Today I want to give us another strategy that we can use in order to be profitable in our day-to-day trading, and then also I want to give us the rule, the exit plan, and then the entry rules of the strategy. So without further delays guys, let's go into the video. Yeah guys, let's welcome back. Yeah, as you can see, the indicator comprises of moving average, which is MA21 is the indicator in the green line, and then the indicator below is a moving average, is a RSI indicator. So let me tell us on how the RSI indicator work. The RSI indicator below is a 14 RSI indicator, and then instead of 70-30, the RSI level will be 50. So when it's above 50, the RSI will be green. When it's below 50, the RSI will be red. That's the formula behind the RSI indicator on the main chart. And then the moving average on the main chart also, we have 21 moving average, which we use to determine the trend. And also we can add any other indicator that we want. There is another indicator here, which is arrow indicator. The arrow indicator here is a stochastic oscillator. So the stochastic oscillator is the one that gives us the arrow that trigger the entry. So that's the three strategy I want to talk about in this particular video. So guys, so what are the rules? Let me hide the stochastic oscillator first in order to explain deeper to you. Let me hide it first. So what are the rules of this particular strategy? Number one thing we need to consider is to know the overall trend. So in order to know the overall trend, one of the things we have to do is for us to go to a bigger time frame, which is 4 hours and then 1 hour time frame. We need to go to the 4 hours and daily time frame in order to determine the trend of the market. So when we determine the trend of the market, then we will know what direction we'll be taking our trade. So one of the things we have to consider. So let's go to the 4 hours chart. As we can see it here, this is a 4 hours chart. This chart is a Bitcoin chart, cryptocurrency pair. So as you can see, this is a 4 hours chart. As you can see right from this place, you know that the Bitcoin is going up and up and up. So one of the things you have to consider is that you have to trade with the trend. At least, as we always say, trade is your friend. You have to trade with the trend in order to achieve more air, because you don't trade against the trend. You have to trade with the trend. So as you can see it here, so when you now go back to the 1 hour time frame, all you will have at the back of your mind is that I will dwell more in what? In buying trade, because my overall trend is a buy trade. So that's one of the things you have to consider. So let's go to different example in a 1 hour, because 1 hour is where we enter our chart, most of our trade, and then for us to get another more accurate trade, you can step it down to 15 minutes but your main hour should be in 1 hour. So when you want to enter a trade, you can step it down to 15 minutes to enter that particular trade. But when you enter the trade, you will monitor it all through in 1 hour, because when you use 15 minutes, sometimes the signal that you get may be somehow rough. But when you go to 1 hour, the signal will be accurate, because the time frame is high. So when you use, you have to know how to scalp very well for you to step down to 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. You have to be a good guru. Um, Scalping is not easy. Let me put it that way. But use 1 hour for it to be more profitable, because number one, the chart will be very clean. You will know the direction easily. But when you go to 15 minutes, a little movement of the market will affect that particular time frame, because it's low. So sometimes the overall trend may be up, and then 15 minutes will be moving down. So you have to consider that you should dwell more in 1 hour, because the business of forex trading, patience is the key. Patience is the key. So guys, let's go to the number one example of the signal that the strategy generates for us. As you can see it here, this is number one example. As you can see it here, see, this is an example. The strategy, the market cross over to the 20 moving average, and then your RSI is green already, because your RSI is green. So when both is met, you have to enter that particular trade. When your RSI is green, and then your RSI is green, that means it's above 50, it's green, is above 50, and then the market has crossed 21 moving average up, because the strategy behind this line is a 21 moving average. So when it crosses up, then you will enter your trade. Your stop loss will be at the recent higher low, which is here. You can see at the recent higher low, which is here. Your stop loss will be here, and then you put your desired take profit. It depends on how you want the market, but I advise us is 1:2 or 1:3. 1:1 is a bad idea, because if you lose about 3 trades in a row, you have to that will have a effect on your account. So 1:2 or 1:3, that's the best thing to be aiming for. So as you can see, that's one example, and then this is another example here. You can see this is another example here. The market have crossed the 21 moving average. Your RSI is green already. It's playing in the green zone. You can use this particular RSI, or you can use the normal RSI. So just make sure when it's above 50, when the line is above 50, and then your market is above 21 moving average, has crossed it up, that's when you take your buy trade. The same thing applicable with the sell trade. When your RSI is below 50, and then the market has crossed below 21 moving average, that's where you enter your sell trade. So that's that. So I've give us about 2 example now, and then as you can see, the trade really work out very well, very well. So let me mark it for us so that we can see how powerful the strategy is. Let me mark it for us. So it's a buy trade, right? A long trade, as you can see. So it's a long trade. So Guys, as I always tell us, this is not a financial advice. This is not a financial advice. You have to play with it and make sure you have a good confidence in the strategy for you to do what? For you to use it on your real account. This is not a financial advice. So make your study the strategy, do every research. When you prefer that the strategy is okay for you to use, then you jump into it. So this is not a financial advice. So this is another this is another one here. This is another one here. This one is about 1 to ratio 8. Because if you don't close the particular trade, the price is still moving up. You can see it's 1 to ratio 8. The price is still going up, at least as you can see. But with this strategy, I've told us in the earlier, patience is the key. You know, you are trading in 1 hour. So when you go to 15 minutes, let me show you something. You enter your trade in 1 hour. When you go to 15 minutes, let's go to 15 minutes and let me show you. You can see this is 15 minutes. You can see this is an opportunity, this is an opportunity, this is a sell opportunity here. So there's a lot of things because the time frame is very low. So you can use the strategy in 15 minutes also, but if you are not that good, don't mess with scalping time frame. So I think I've give us about 2 examples. We'll move to another pair and see how it play out. So this is another example here. This is another example. This is another example here from here to here. This is an example from here up. This is another example. And then from here down. This is another example. So I've given enough example on this pair. This is Bitcoin. So let's go to another pair just to show us that the strategy is not only working for Bitcoin. Let's go to EURUSD. As you can see, this is EURUSD. This is a sell trade example. As you can see, the price has crossed below our 20 MA. You can see our RSI is now red. That means below 50. So you can take the trade. You can take the trade. So this particular strategy is not accurate. You have to monitor your trade. You have to check it. You have to have a desired time frame. But I will advise let your trade just let it be 1 to ratio 2. Ratio 2. But when you see that the market is reacting somehow, and then you can cut out your profit, or you can move your stop loss to a break even. When your trade is in profit, you will move it to the recent higher low so that you secure some profit. So let me give us a sample here. You know, when you enter a particular trade here, let me show us how to use the break even. So let me show us. So as you can see, this is a trade here. Okay, so whenever your trade is in profit, you will move your stop loss down, because this is recent higher low. You move your stop loss here. You can see we move it here, so you have secured some profit. So even if the market reacts up and down and hit your stop loss, you will still be in profit, but the profit may not be much, but you still be in profit. So when the market still move down, you will still move it to the next break even, just like this. The next one, the next one is here. We will move it down. So when the market reacts, or you are not when the market reacts somehow, it will cut you out in profit, not in losses. So you have to be aware of that also. So there's a lot of example that you can see the market, the strategy really work. This is a buy trade here. This is another good trade here, about 1 to ratio 2. And then this is another good trade here. This is another good trade here. Here down. So let's go to lesser time frame and see. Okay, as you can see, this is a buy trade. Let me move to the recent. Okay, as you can see, a sell trade here, and then this is a buy trade. And then here, as you can see, this is another buy trade. Is in the 15 minutes. This is another buy trade. As you can see, you'll be riding with the trend. At least with this strategy, you will not trade against the trend. So this is another buy trade. You can see this is another buy trade. So it makes sense in both 15 minutes and 1 hour. But if you don't have the guts to scalp, this is another buy trade. It makes sense very, very well. You can see this is a buy trade, but this one will be a losses if we don't monitor it very well. This is a sell trade. So we have a lot of example with this strategy, guys. One of the thing I will advise us is that you have to play with the strategy, develop your own strategy with this strategy, as in develop your own perspective of it. When you play with it, at least you will have some things that you'll be developing. You have some rule that you can add to it in order to make it more profitable for you. So guys, I think you can try it out, check different time frame and see how the strategy work. You check different currency pair and see how the strategy really work. And then that's it, guys. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, share our video, because by subscribing, sharing our video, like our video, it's tell the YouTube algorithm to share more of our videos. So please guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video and also share. So if you have any question, any suggestion, and then if you have any topic that you want us to talk about, you can put it at the comment section. We will react to it very, very soon. So thank you guys for tuning to our YouTube channel. Peace out.